Hello Starseeds, hope you're all doing well. This video is for the First Wave Starseed Collective in regards to how the Super Beaver Moon, stationed in Taurus today November 15th, will be affecting our 144 tribe and propelling us upwards towards our destinies as sovereign, important individuals. If you didn't already know, super full moons are a bit different than the typical full moons we typically have, acting as major arcana tarot cards this time, in order to greatly emphasize the moon's current theme at play, so that we may know undeniably what needs shifting, removing, or working on or towards to close down chapters and timelines of our old lives and selves, ready to crash and crumble to see us off into our brighter future. So, it is the time of the month when you're the caterpillar retreating into its chrysalis, not cocoon in this case, as we are coming out even more crystalline than we were before, so that we may develop into a brand new butterfly, acquiring a whole brand new set of colors to show off to the world in return. The usual light codes that we receive from the moon whenever in full mode is also amplified much more, so that we may receive in bulk what we need to make the transformation we need before the portal closes to the other side where it is taking us. So, do you see how it's kind of like an intense game that we're playing here through our matrix system? Which is why I refer it to as the Hunger Games Spy Kids Warrior X-Men Ascension process, among many other names that I also refer to it as. The fact that it is in Taurus, a very grounded earth sign in the zodiac calendar, provides it more of a theme than it would have if it were just singular. It means that we Starseeds are going to be pushed to ground and get real in all areas we've been lagging behind, catering our energy to laziness, pettiness, I'm being urged to say, bad habits, fake friend groups, relatives, work situations you should have left long ago, all kinds of things that is constricting your energy and keeping you bound in the old earth paradigm in the realm of duality. For this old system is completely illusory and must crash down so that heaven can finally rain down in all areas of the earth where it needs to, and so the 5D heaven on earth paradise timeline can officially commence. Which is basically already here now, due to how much work we've done together over the past several months for this to be already anchoring all over into our Earth grid and atmosphere. Just yesterday morning, actually, I felt a fluttery sensation jolt within the center of my chest, coming with the visual of golden light in this same area in my mind's eye, actually making it so that I jolt up a bit in bed because it was so powerful, which was very telling to me that heaven is pretty much officially on earth now, ready to be shifted into gradually as much as possible each day or every other day until your vibration and consciousness is a full match to it and blended all the way in. This milestone that we have achieved and surpassed together is so huge that it feels illegal. You'll see what I mean by this once it manifests everywhere around the world in due time. The beaver aspect of the supermoon is here to help us with bravery, I'm being told, so we may accomplish the task that we need to accomplish for our successful ascent, likely having to do with standing up for ourselves and putting up boundaries one last time, so we may not have any disturbances from our past affecting our future, ultimate dreams, and destiny. I'm going to ask the Beaver Spirit Totem to be with us throughout this entire Ascension Energies reading, so we may bond with him in this way, with ourselves even greater in return, and reap even more wisdom, healing, and deeper insight along the way as we go. Are we ready? So first up, we have the Ace of Pentacles here as our first card and message of this First Wave Starseed Ascension Energies reading. From the Ace of Pentacles, I'm feeling major Judgment Day vibes, which is what this 144 sector of our Starseed Collective is here mainly to focus on, and our tribe's motto of "As we rise, they shall fall," playing out as clear as day, as our enemies bear it all out, naked, exposed, and afraid, because of all of their sins boiling to the surface, to be addressed one time quickly before they're ushered out of here by the fairy kingdom, to await further instructions and damnation in purgatory. This is being conveyed by the golden mandala, appearing to be lifted into the hands of God, Source Creator, into the heavens as the roots beneath the hands, symbolizing the natural enemy to God, hang down beneath the hands with such agony, humiliation, and Judgment Day vibes, lingering all around it. If you were unaware or haven't caught my past readings on this topic, these natural enemies to us are all fallen angels or fallen starseeds, you could call them, either deriving straight from the dark ancient Egyptian Babylonian timelines, or are close kin with the people from these timelines, or even the system that it stems from, which is still here in modern day disguised as the so-called entertainment industry. These people are more so like foreign aliens, indigenous to another galaxy or dimension, and I say that because most of them truly are, and is why they are so envious of natural human beings in touch and in tune with their spirit, as well as their dreams, all things innocent and precious, true productivity, loving friends, family, home life, basically every single thing that makes life natural and what it is so effortlessly. These foreigners secretly working beneath the surface alongside the devil and his boule, which is the pharaoh cult system, worshipping, constantly promoting, and upholding the Lilith distortion matrix code, are in great tune with this Lilith, Jezebel, pharaoh, serpent programming, and backwards way of living, making it so that they've said yes to the anti-life, anti-Christ agenda that separates and segregates humanity in the most superficial ways, splitting the world in two, light versus dark, good versus evil, with evil at the top, crushing, oppressing, and somehow majorly surpassing us chosen, pure-blood Hebrew Israelites for the past 5 years, since the Witch Age and Dark Age sector of the Ascension process opened back in 2019, until officially being torn down, dismantled, and put to shame by our 144 tribe with the Fairy Kingdom Justice team right by our side. If any of your relatives, so-called friends, coworkers, bosses, or acquaintances have turned their back on you or shaded you in any way harshly or inexplicably over the past 5 years especially, or a couple of years before then even, then they are very likely playing into the Witch Age zombie apocalypse agenda of our Ascension process, as the Ascension process has now bled over and coincides with their illusory reality and everything they're doing now, which is greatly helping the Fairy Kingdom pass their judgments to them, and have sold their heart and soul to the entertainment industry entirely, that's upholding 24/7, around the clock non-stop, all of the satanic codes and subliminals a fake person would need to see so that their soul has a home and special place in Babylon. And this is when they start turning into a zombie, trapped inside their heads, their own egos, if you will, and passing judgments upon the innocent in reverse Judgment Day fashion in order to stop God's children from ascending. They do this by using the bond they already had with you, the cord, then turning it into a karmic cord with their abuse of you and it, so that they may then hurt your feelings, lower your status, and then behave like an entity even more by draining and eating your life force energy the more and more your life and happiness starts to decay. So, ruthless zombie apocalypse being run entirely by the entertainment industry in front of our faces, yeah? The most badass zombies are all for Babylon and ancient Egypt's design, have been in mostly all of their past lives, which is why they are here to, in this incarnation, show out one last time, reign hell and supreme as much as they can, all in the hopes that Babylon gets to stay here truly, with all of their hard efforts to keep its promotion up and running, life force and nature flowing, and all of the horrors, that would be us, from ascending and daring to get anywhere in life. If you're a part of God's secret 144,000 Matrix Warrior tribe, then you likely have some of the worst cases, with these friends and relatives turned to shadiest traitors and sellouts all of a sudden in the latter years of your life, compared to how they were or how life was in the past, much more natural and harmonious. This is because beneath the surface, they know that you are special, special because you are so natural and kind, first and foremost, but because you're also perfectly spicy, quirky, inspiring, full of life, charismatic, and talented, making you too perfect. However, these traits are all the best, most natural traits to have, which they could have too with the right spiritual work, and should never be tampered with, as they come straight from God's holy kingdom and nature, nor teased, stolen, suppressed, or looked at in a strange way. For these aspects are also of God and are precious, heavenly, and incredibly fun to enjoy within people. For it opens up new halls of life, keeps the ones already here fully opened, and makes the whole world go around. If you have some of these worst cases I was just speaking of, or if you have a case where someone once closed had the audacity to betray you like you're nothing, I'm going to ask now for their false realities to be popped right now, for all of the energy they stole from you to be returned right back, and for the harshest, most pitiful judgments to be passed right their way, officially fulfilling the tarot card's prophecy, and placing you right on top, up above and beyond these so-called way showers, having their ways shown right to hell where they belong from this point on. And lastly, I feel that the golden mandala is here representing the super full moon, and is here to send us light codes straight from source, so we may have the space, presence, and concentration within ourselves to focus on our dreams, our biggest, most close to home ones this time, preferably, and to help tear down walls built within your brain by the matrix beast system, blocking creative flow, new, high vibrational, yet hip, cool, grounded creativity, true to your personality in terms of creativity. So you may apply these ideas of creative inspiration in any area of your life to flourish as a creative being. I'm going to ask now that you have all of the power to go after your dreams and ambitions this month, as well as to apply any creative ideas you have wisely, so you may be able to create your dreams from scratch if this is a calling of yours at the moment, creating your 5D New Earth empire, legacy, and business straight from your heart, soul, and perspective, no one else's. Next up, we have the Three of Wands here to provide us the messages we need for this Starseed Ascension Energies reading regarding the full Super Beaver Moon peaking today, November 15th. This moon is most definitely focused on removing and separating God's lost, stolen, abused, forsaken Starseed race, as I'm feeling more thorough energies present here, adamant about getting us first wavers, first placers, back to the time frames of pure innocence, where there was no spiritual war taking place between us and old Fae, old Earth, and back when children, whom we truly are still at the core, especially as first wavers, were not to be tampered with, bullied, belittled, agitated, or suppressed by adults, seniors, and their little helpers, as sitting on top of our throne and shining as brightly as we so dare to shine in any way we see fit was the main theme, goal, and reality back then, not too long ago, in fact. It actually feels like there is this sort of matrix split occurring in the illustration, with the force of energy panning down starting from the top of the image and all the way to the bottom in order to separate us first fruits and put us ahead where we should be in the brand new higher 5D timelines. Just how the young woman, still a girl however, is as she faces forward towards her ultimate dreams, skills, hobbies, and ambitions. No thoughts of her abusive, illusory past anywhere near her mind at all, trying to figure out when the next big wave will approach that she can dive right onto and take on, more than anything else currently right now. Our natural sworn haters are still falling back and fading away into their favorite timelines all by their lonesome, with nothing to do with us at all for the long run, as they did not make this split with us into heaven on earth, but are, in fact, lost in damnation with their fallen tribe of Israel, paying for their sins and learning their lessons with the greatest misery in order to match who they truly are on the inside and make things fair for us. By the way the girl holds her board, tucked into her arm, feels very firm, strong, and assured, meaning that our dreams, legacy, even down to our finances and personal possessions, will no longer be up for grabs by any jealous, justified entity or demonic system just because it says so. True womanhood, if you are a woman in need of this currently watching, is felt being understood, integrated, and experienced in just the right way by the young, growing woman in the illustration, in which you will experience much better and more effortlessly than any old fae woman or system that thinks they're hot shit compared to you for some reason, when this isn't what life is even about in the first place. So hang 10, take it easy, and enjoy all the finer things in life that wants to bless and play with you, for the time for this is now. The freedom of this woman energy and spirit will definitely do its part to uplift and boost up the population of ascending men as well, for this constricted energy of the divine feminine essence which symbolizes life in its entirety, is what was making it so men didn't feel the need, or even felt deterred, from expressing themselves more freely, authentically, and even beautifully, as even free-flowing expressions and mannerisms, my guys wanted me to thoroughly stress, within men were also counseled out in the strangest, lowest of ways by society, so that they'll help the beast system constrict, choke, and strangle feminine energy, again, life, the less and less they choose to express themselves freely, automatically turning and shifting these once low vibrational men into the divine masculine peacock template of embodiment in some way or another, which is a flamboyant, fearlessly self expressing, I don't give a fuck, highly present male that no one can possibly tamper with ever again. For why would you even try? If you're not excited for the brand new paradigm we're entering, I know I am. And last up, we have the Ten of Wands here, as our final card and message of this tarot reading surrounding the potent, highly pivotal transit the full supermoon is providing our first wave starseed tribe. Immediately, I'm seeing the message that we are soon to be moving forward without all the baggage, with the hopes and expectance that you will do the good work you usually do by intuitively feeling what the baggage specifically is, so you may work proactively in any way you need to help the removal process of said baggage while putting your own final stamp to it, claiming the fact that you took a part in the closure in a significant way. As significant of a way as necessary, although I am feeling a dramatic boom bada boom boom undertone to this transitional process we're soon to undergo, in order to shed light on the coming to a head, climactic stage we've reached in our hero's journey, just to warn you that this could be a dramatic exit out of the matrix, although you will be safe within it all, of course, as I can feel the drama frequencies completely encompassing the young woman's atmosphere and surroundings, lack of force or containment of some sort, seeing that the mission gets concluded efficiently. This efficiency is always included in the closure of these major chapters in order to see to it that we are freed from the past within ourselves enough to move on with our future, with everything wrapped up in a bow in whatever serious or hilarious way, maybe even both, that it needs to, in order to stay true to your story, and even your personality. The firelit wands just behind her is coming with the energies of her former relatives, friends, all the closest people attached to her hip or once in her circle, being surpassed as she walks by them, left in the dust to face up to true reality for the first time ever, without her there to rely on, blame, or use as a scapegoat. All of this marking just how dramatic, serious, hard to bear, and harsh this ascension process was, and highlighting the zombie apocalypse, The Walking Dead, post apocalyptic society aspect of the ascension process in plain sight. The mule carrying her stuff most definitely feels like a representation of all of the mules in our lives, disguised as sensible people, mooching off of us for intellect, advice, wisdom, emotional support, financial support, even, and is coming with the heaviest, thickest, densest energy in order to convey to us and allow us to remember all of the hardships they pressed onto and inflicted upon us with just their energy, presence, and perspective alone, truly, among any other tactics they've used to press all of their weight down onto us. This role of being oppressed is now flipped onto them, and they may now carry our stuff like the prince and princesses we are, which is another template of embodiment the light codes from Source will be helping us transform into, making this transition of flying, hell, soaring, high up above the petty, clueless enemy that much easier, royal, and downright laughable. Happy remembrance of who you are in the broadest, most interesting, most exciting aspects, and I can't wait to see and play with you in the imminent future. I'm going to ask our beaver spirit totem now to replace the useless mule in the image and walk alongside us as much as we need to provide us with bravery throughout this somewhat tough transitional period we found ourselves in. For his presence will be a lot more warming, welcoming, and insightful, allowing us to actually get somewhere with our communion. The very grounding Taurus constellation, overseeing our planet and ascension process, will also definitely be here at play to help us get real and serious about the pursuit of our goals and ambitions, as well as to be firm and taken more seriously in any areas we need to set final boundaries to oppressors, somehow still within or close to our inner circle and personal space. Our planet and teacher of the month, Uranus, is also here to help us accomplish these same things, especially in terms of having what we need to pursue our dreams. So please call on him, or even meditate as you do this if you like, as much as you need to throughout this whole month, for he is here on the job, excited to be on board, and a great experienced elder to reach out to. So the support we're due to have this week is on fleek, so that no games will be unnecessarily played, time unnecessarily wasted, nor energy. And that concludes this Starseed Ascension Energies tarot reading regarding the full supermoon in Taurus today, November 15th. Thank you so much for your participation. I hope that you received all of the help, insight, and upgrades you needed throughout. Subscribe if you feel you receive a lot from these videos of mine. Comment down below if you have any questions or would love to chat about what you've gathered here today. Donate to my PayPal if you feel you'd love to commune and say thanks. And I'll be back here with more enlightening videos for the Starseed Collective in the near future. Bye now.